Well, hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Since my last upload, I have read in 7 books, and I've been doing some reading, just skimming through the books, trying to get a good perspective of what programming languages are and some idea of building an operating system. And I come to a good conclusion. Now, my first two options for the channel when I switched to programming from my previous inception of the channel was APIs and an operating system. And I thought about APIs for a bit, and I realized that might not be possible because I would always have to maintain the API through versioning and through documentation and through maintenance, right, of the API. And if I do one API, am I gonna stick forever with one API in the channel, right? I always have to be maintaining the API. So my next idea was an operating system, and that I can work with like on and on and on and on. And I think it's a much better idea than APIs. So on this channel, I'm going to build an operating system, and I set out a few guidelines or a few picks for the operating system. Now, the first pick, it will have a GNOME desktop environment. Now, why GNOME? Well, it's gonna be my first operating system, so I don't want to use two different flavors of desktop environments. It might be a little too much on me, and I'm a big fan of GNOME. I use GNOME all the time in almost any Linux distro that I install on my laptop. I usually use GNOME, and I'm a big fan of GNOME. It's unique for Linux. It is minimal. It doesn't take a rocket genius to understand how it functions. So I prefer GNOME better than, for instance, some like KDE or Cosmic. Okay, KDE I haven't got nothing against. I really like KDE, by the way. When I install some like I think Debian, I think I chose KDE last time, and it was quite good. I really liked it. Um, Now I'm gonna build the operating system in C and C++. It's gonna be built in these two languages, and one reason I chose to do it in two languages was I think both languages are required for almost any operating system. So for C, it's a very small language, and you can do basically some of the the core of the operating system in C, and then the rest basically you might require some like C++. So I think that's much better than just picking one language and writing in one language. Now I thought about writing in C. Uh, and I looked at, I think, a few Linux distros that have their operating system written purely in C, and I didn't see much like great amount of features in the operating system, and it seemed a little bit, I guess. Vague. Like it doesn't have a lot of features in it. It's You can only do so much with C that at some point it becomes, a limit. Like basically in itself it becomes de facto into a limit. You really can't go further than what C can do. Even though C is a great programming language, and yeah, you can do a lot with C, but still for an operating system you might want to use two languages like C++ in there also. So for the package manager, I'm not really sure which one to pick, like RPM or a Debian based package manager. Something like apt. Um, and now, I'm a great fan of NixOS, and I was kind of like leaning towards using the Nix package manager, and I don't know. I might do that actually. By the way, for the desktop environment, if I get like really good and like really good, and like I eat, sleep, dream operating systems, I might actually develop my own desktop environment. So it's gonna take a while, but I think I can do it. It's not very hard for me. It will be written from scratch, so I'm not copying anybody else's code. I'm gonna like do it all from scratch. My own code, my own design, my own everything. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, and the last thing is I'm going to build the operating system right here on my YouTube channel, all of it from beginning till end. So do come along, join the channel, subscribe to the channel. I don't have a join feature yet in my channel, but or a join option, but do subscribe to my channel. Do like my videos, and you know, who knows what I'm gonna do, right? Now the name of the operating system is gonna be called MisrOS. That's MISR, capital O, capital S. And I chose that name because I really like it. It has a profound meaning for me, and I'm not gonna say right now why, but it does have. I really like the name MisrOS. You know, really means something to me. Now, the original inception of MisrOS was actually called Misr Linux. Now, Linux, the name Linux might have a copyright on it, and I don't want to like be intrusive in somebody else's property and like take it and put it in my own operating system's name. So I definitely just stuck with MisrOS, and I'm gonna leave it that way. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and goodbye, YouTube. By the way, I'm not gonna always be uploading videos like consecutively every day. I need a lot of studying to do, and a lot of thinking to do, and a lot of designing, and a lot of you know, time to spend thinking about this operating system. So it might be once every 2 weeks, once every month, but I do hope when I upload my videos, you know, I would have a lot of stuff to show on my videos. But for that, I really need to study real hard and start conceptualizing you know, the operating system. So up until next time, thank you for watching again. Right? Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and goodbye, YouTube.